Greetings. It's time for your Hard Times Hip Check, your early warning canary in the coal mine system, your future's front line, hostile to hysteria wherever it raises its ugly head. It's Brian, I'm in, and very glad to have you join us for today's ride. So what do you say? Let's get ready to mortal up. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to episode 477. Here's the stand-in prayer bowl heard round the world. There you go. There it is. The stand-in for the gong heard round the world. It is now the prayer bowl heard round the world. You know you're in for your 20-minute victory. You give us 20 minutes in the morning this early, at the crack of dawn. We're going to brighten up your day for certain. Because remember, not only are we your cognitive bodyguard, we're working on how you can become your own cognitive bodyguard. I'll watch your back, you watch my back, and we're in, and we'll be ready to go. Hello, everybody. It's Brian once again, and we got so much cool stuff to do today. It's not often that I apologize on air, so we're going to do a little bit of that because I have to stand corrected, and then we're going to get into, the rest of our show. But I just wanted to say good morning. How you doing? What's new and exciting? How you handling everything going on in the craziness that is the world today? And, of course, welcome you here. Wayne has been doing so much work over the mortalup.com website. Do you know that we have video on demand now? And I don't know if I'm supposed to say this. I don't know. But here's what we're going to do. Pretty soon, all of the programming is going to be going to one venue. You can watch it live right there. All the other media outlets, social media outlets, will be getting little commercials, little teases, but you'll be going to mortalup.com to watch the live video right there. Tired of throwing it out all over the place. It's a technological nightmare of getting it out all these other places. So we're going to do it. So now would be a good time to head over to mortalup.com. There's the Lowlifes Making Headlines, which I still can't even say it, especially if today's, I just laugh every time I think about it. We got the Lowlifes Making Headlines. Oh, and a new segment, ever so popular, Where Are They Now? We've got that segment cooked up for you. And also, you can nominate your Lowlife Making the Headline. You can nominate your Mortal Up winner. All of our interaction on Twitter and Instagram is what it's called, in case you're new to this. Instagram, Facebook, all the rest of it will all be at mortalup.com. So you can head right there, and it's your clearinghouse for all things The Brian Brawdy Show. So, all right, so now that I've talked about it a bit, let's get into this, because I'm very excited about this segment, and we call it, you know it as, Where Are They Now? Now, this comes with a little bit of a setup to it, and I have to apologize because earlier this week, we've already sent out the certificate. That's what kills me. We've already sent out the certificate to Mayor Lightfoot, Lori Lightfoot from the city of Chicago, the Windy City. She was getting our certificate for Lowlifes Making Headlines, but as is often the case, I feel I should apologize. Now, here's the thing. We called her a Lowlife Making Headlines, not because her last name is Lightfoot, right? It had nothing to do with the fact that it rhymes. We called her a Lowlife Making Headlines because she makes a law. No one's allowed to go out. Everyone's under lockdown. Everyone's at stay at home. And then two reasons why she got the award, like a double whammy, right? Two reasons why she got the award. One, she goes to her hairdresser, right? Breaks her own law to go to her hairdresser. And then two, I'm told she put up her little soiree into the whatever it is you get done when you have your hair done. She put it up on social media. So not only did she break her law, she's busy bragging about the fact that she broke her law. So she got the Lowlifes Making Headlines because she misunderstood. It's not due process. She thought it was, is that it? It's dual process, meaning there's two processes, one for me and one for the common folk. So that's why she got her Lowlifes Making Headlines. Well, this just in, and again, our Where Are They Now segment, this just in, Mayor Lightfoot was having her hair, let me see, apparently her nails as well, having her hair and nails done for this photo shoot. So I stand corrected. She broke the law, her own law. She broke contact with her own stay-at-home order so she could get her hair and nails done for the, you know exactly what this is, right? But for the Chicago Forever photo shoot. So I really would. I know I teased that I was going to apologize. I'd really love to apologize, but who are we kidding, right? She still gets, and it's tough to beat today's low life making headlines, let me just say. But, so we only got a little bit of time here in the morning, so we want to get right to some of those so that we can get into the stuff that we want to talk about. So my unapology to Mayor Lightfoot from the city of Chicago. There's that. All right, so let's go ahead and let's jump right into today. This segment, you'll love it, and you're going to recognize this face. You're going to go, Brian, really? And I'm going to go, oh, yeah, sure. Today's low-life making headlines. Low-life's making headlines, or as we like to call it around here, brains that make your blood boil. Here's your brittle brain atop a balsa wood spine for today. And it doesn't get more balsa wood than this. Hey, it's Vladimir Putin, the big guy over in Russia who decides, what, me? No, what? I didn't do nothing, right? Decides that when everyone's running around panicked by coronavirus, and there really is a method to my madness here. Just stick with me for a minute. Well, everyone's busy running around panicked, worrying about the Wuhan virus, COVID-19, coronavirus, whatever you want to call it. Busy running around. What does he decide to do? Oh, well, let's send a couple of Russian military aircraft just off the coast of the United States and Alaska, just north of the Aleutian chain. And let's just test their borders. Let's just test their boundaries. Let's see how much they're tied up. So I know you're thinking to yourself, Brian, that makes them a life-making headline for today. Yes, and because I want to get to, right, what we're going to talk about, I thought I would also highlight our Mortal Up contestants for today. Yes, of course, our F-22 stealth fighters who decided to reach out and almost touch the Russian military aircraft and saying, yeah, now's not a good time to pick on us. I don't think that is a really smart idea. So they scrambled a couple of our guys or gals, whoever's flying these things, send a couple of our teammates out there to go, hey, Vlad, what do me? I don't know. Maybe it was me. Maybe I gave the order. I don't know. We sent our crew kind of smack them back. So, Vladimir Putin, you will be getting your lowlifes making headlines. I think I'll just send, maybe there's a consulate. I'll have to check and see where the local Russian consulate is. Maybe we can just email it, Wayne. We'll email it right over there to the Russian consulate. All right, so here's the reason I want to make mention of that. With everything going on in the world today, you ever start to think that maybe because they think we're on a knee, that everyone's busy testing what we're truly made of, what we're all about? Maybe they're pushing the envelope a little more than they normally would because they're like, hey, they're distracted by this, right? Well, that's what leads us to today. We've been talking about it. We did a post on it yesterday. It was about the danger of this particular brand of fake news. And if there's any brand of fake news more deadly than this one, I most certainly don't know what it is. And of course, we're talking about the fake news that they do to malign you, to water you down, to make you think that you're somehow fragile or frail, and that what they say will cause you to run screaming into the streets or hunker down under your bed, right? Do they push your boundaries? Do they push your borders to see just how much they can get away with? For you and I both know that panic is a philosophy, something you have to decide to do. You can't, like, when's the last time you were panicked when you were sound asleep? Didn't happen. You say, well, I had a nightmare. Well, okay, great, but you still were prompted by a vision, even if it was a nocturnal vision, and you were dreaming, you were still prompted by something. So panic is a philosophy. Ailment is an attitude. Fragility is a frame of reference, right? If you think you're fragile, it's a frame of reference. And these people are perfectly thrilled to be spreading the fake news. Because if you feel less than your full-on self, they're able to run roughshod over you. If they think they can make you feel like a victim, makes it easier for them to victimize you. Think about it for a minute. If you're firing on all cylinders, chances are pretty good the bad guy, bad girl, Don't want to be sexist, the bad guy, bad girl. They're not going to pick on you. And I'm beginning to believe that the greatest amount of fake news comes from a very early age, forgetting. It's all the handcuffs, all the nets, right? What did Woodworth say? That a young boy or a young girl built thinking they're going to build a bridge to the moon, and in no short time they figure out, well, we'll just build a woodshed. Right? So that's what I'm talking about. Or James Joyce talking about, that there are nets flung at birth to hold us all back. I think it was Rousseau said that we are indelibly etched with the tattoos in our cradle. And what I'm suggesting is we start learning at an early age how to be corralled, how to be controlled, right? And maybe it's because our parents, God love them, but they're like, these kids are running. Look, after 4 weeks of lockdown, I'm beginning to get it, right? After 4 weeks of the stay-at-home order, I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. So I get why the parents, they need to circle the wagons. There's like a parent's manual going, look, these guys are born superstars. Superman, Superwoman, King Arthur, Joan of Arc, they're born ready to rock and roll, but we gotta reel them in a little. We can't let them be running roughshod over what's right, roughshod over our dreams, roughshod over. You ever hear this when you're little? Well, they're my rules. Do as I say, not as I do. Drives me crazy, still to this day. So I'm beginning to believe that the greatest amount of energy that goes into fake news, people go, I did something the other day where someone says, oh, that's fake news. Really, it's a joke. But no, this isn't a joke. It's the fake news of trying to convince you that you're less than what you truly are. And think about it. Years ago, I talked about this, and I see now it's become popular. People are mentioning it all over. But when you look at all the chance interactions that went in to you right now, you being here, listening, whether you're listening live or you're seeing a taped, we're broadcasting this later, you're seeing a taped episode of it, you right here, all the things that had to happen for you to be you. It's in the trillions, the odds. And I heard someone say a few years back that it's like the odds are better that within your lifetime, you'll be struck by lightning a dozen times or more. That's when it comes to trillions and trillions and trillions to one are the odds. But think about this. If your great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-grandmother decided to play slap and tickle with anyone other than your great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-grandfather, you wouldn't be here. So you go, really? Sure. And if your great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-grandfather's on his way over to what would have been your great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-grandmother's place, and his horse and buggy breaks down, and while he's alongside of the road waiting for AAA to show up and help him with a wheel, right? Or maybe something to help with the horse. Maybe the horse guy is going to show up and put a shoe on him or something. While he's waiting alongside of the road, he's got his emergency flashers on. Well, here goes little Johnny Upstart. He blows by in a horse and buggy, or maybe he's just on a horse. He doesn't even have it. He's got a leather saddle. What's going to go wrong there, right? Unless his horse comes up lame, you got to watch out for those potholes. But little Johnny Upstart blows by, and he gets to your great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-grandmother's house before your great-great-great-great-great-great-great-granddad does. And suppose it's a blind date. Suppose your great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-grandmother thinks that the guy that shows up is great-great-great-great-great-great-great-grandfather number A, but it's really great-great-great-great-great-great-grandfather number B. Oh, did I get enough greats in there? Great-great-great-great-great-great-great-grandfather B. She doesn't know anymore. She goes, yeah, let's hook it up. There's a barn raising going on down the way, or whatever was going on in that time, right? And they end up hooking up. You're not here. If one of them was brought down, especially in today with the Wuhan flu, the Wuhan virus, COVID, coronavirus, whatever you want to call it, all the different things that could have pulled them down in the last 1,000 years. If one of those things had been different, you wouldn't be here. Wars, pestilence, tornadoes, hurricanes, earthquakes, you name it. Just one little chance occurrence, one little slip and fall down the stairs, one little thing, and your scrawny tookus wouldn't be here. Think about that for a minute. Everything went in. The universe conspired with fate itself to drop you here in the garden of the mortals, in the labyrinth of life itself. It's you. So what are you going to do with that 1 in a trillion chance of being put here? You're not going to listen to the fake news about you, are you? You're not going to listen to this say, oh, he's timid, he's fragile, he's frail. What? Well, one thing they can say about us if we fall for that baloney, right? They can sure say we're gullible. And that's why I'm suggesting the danger of this particular brand of fake news, you believing that there's something less of you. There's something that makes you timid. That intrepidity is for anyone other than you. That you're not, that you're born a badass and then amnesia just takes it. And all these drug dealers out there, right? And I know I don't want to get going on this because I have a few minutes left, but think about it for a second. The trillions to 1 odds that you're here through everything that was going on to try to knock your down-chain DNA out of the box, right? And same for your up-chain DNA down the road. But right now, all your down-chain DNA trying to knock you out of the box, you're here. That's pretty special. So what the heck are you going to do about it? Well, you're not going to buy into the fake news that says that you're some lesser mortal, that you're not entitled to life, liberty, and a pursuit of happiness. We're going to put people in charge of you that don't know the difference between due process and dual process. Do as I say, not as I do. Double standard? What double standard? It's only one standard. That's mine. For you, you either do it my way, you dovetail with what's in my head, or you hit the highway. That's not the life. That's not the life the universe conspired with whatever it needed to do to get you here, those chances. That's not the life it wants for you, and it shouldn't be the life you want for yourself. That's what drives me crazy about this, the higher consciousness cartel. You see it all over social media. Oh, we'll teach you how to do this. We'll teach you that because it's important for you to get to your higher consciousness. The hell with that. What's wrong with your lower consciousness? What's wrong with falling back and remembering who you ultimately are? Not only who you are, we've gone over where you are, right? Garden of the Mortals, labyrinth of life. But what you're capable of. What are your natural resources? What's your basic instinct? What does the marrow of your own mind tell you about who you are and what you're to do while you're here? I tell you, I went over to the grocery store today. A nice, beautiful woman and I. She got to the door before I did. We both walked in together. And of all the people in the grocery store, we're the only two that didn't have a mask on. So we had a chance to chat as we were pushing our cart down, right? Because you get to the grocery store now, you know, oh, I got to go all the way to the milk, right? Go all the way to the back of the store because these guys at grocery stores, they said it so that, man, they draw you in. So I'm like, let's beeline to the milk. We're both going for a gallon of milk and some other things, but gallon of milk. And she goes, can you believe everything is how it's turned out in the last 3 weeks? And it really is sad. But what you and I can do with all that information is we can be busy preparing, ramping up for the reset, not buying into the fake news when people say, oh, you need lead, oh, you need this, oh, you need that, oh, you need all these other things going on. Well, what if you don't? What if you're perfect the way you already are? Yes, you got to get your head in the game, but you're perfect as you are. Could you tap your reserves a little more? Yes. Could you bring your own bold a little more? Sure. Could you mortal up? Yeah, maybe so. But there's nothing wrong with you. These people, oh, I'm the top motivational speaker in the world. Yeah, you're the top asshat in the world. If you need a motivational speaker, just pack it up and go home. You've forgotten. If you don't look at adversity as your advisor, as obstacles as your own oracle, just pack it up and get out of the rest of our way. I think you're pretty special. The universe thinks you're pretty special. Oh, yeah, I know, I'm out of here. Universe thinks you're pretty special, or it wouldn't have put you here in the first place. That's all I'm saying. All right, we're going to go ahead and get out of here. Thank you all so very much. Don't forget, join us over mortalup.com. Adding new things all the time. Pretty soon, you'll see some commercials on social media, but we won't be broadcasting live to any of these channels anymore. We'll be going and broadcasting right to mortalup.com. So there's only one place to go. One-stop shopping for everything, except for the gallon of milk. One-stop shopping for everything. So come on by, and we'll be very happy to have you. All right, we're going to go ahead and get out of here. Thank you so very much for joining us this morning. Have an absolutely fantastic day. Remember, look up, stand up, bring your own bold, and for heaven's sakes, mortal up. Because it could very well be in this day and age, the whole world is counting on you to do so. We'll see you tomorrow morning. Whoa, wait a minute. Is today Friday already? Good. Golly, I'll see you Sunday morning for All Natural Being. It's going to be Easter. It's kind of a special day in our household. But we'll be doing an Easter show, 11 a.m. Eastern, All Natural Being. If you're around, please swing by. And that's also going to be broadcast live on mortalup.com. All right, have an absolutely fantastic Friday. And I'll look forward to seeing you Sunday and then again back here for the Brian Brawdy Show Monday morning. Be safe and just go be bold. Be your own bold, not borrowed, not plagiarized. I know I'm going, not plagiarized. Your own bold. Because I think you're pretty special. I think you're a badass. All right, we'll see you soon.